Good afternoon once again, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Shanghai, one of my strongest circuits, at least in dry weather, and we're going to be really hoping for a victory here in order to push ourselves up from 4th in the championship, hopefully to either 1st or 2nd by the end of the race. However, I can't improve my lap. It was green on the Delta, then as I crossed the line went red all of a sudden, and it's a Force India front row lockout with Meb, the championship leader, at the front. Forza Alonso next to us, and McSendit in the other Force India joining his teammate on the front row. Unfortunately, just our luck, we get some wet weather here, and this really lowered my confidence. In the dry, pretty confident I could do really well here. However, this is now just a race of survival. McSendit sending his car down the inside, and did not play the team game with Meb. A bit of contact between myself and the lead Haas there, and I'll be hoping, if nothing else, to preserve Mercedes' championship lead in the constructors, but I myself make a horrible mistake there with traction. Obviously without the full traction control that some of these guys are running, I'm a bit of disadvantage in the wet. So Clogmonger comes through, as well as Nick Dahi, who's doing very well, also on no assists. Clog losing the rear coming out of this difficult right-hander onto the long straight, and I was hoping he wouldn't lose the rear into me, as it looks like the rest of the field is streaking away, so I need to get past as soon as possible. I was acutely aware of the braking point here being a lot earlier than in the dry, and Clog, unfortunately for him, made a meal of that braking zone. Thankfully though, the Manor driver did not lose the position. Talking of losing positions though, that's Meb, the championship leader. He's spun out there, and we're going to take his position up into 4th, and he pits at the end of that lap, so something's gone drastically wrong for him, perhaps wing damage. My new teammate, after Dubzzy left the series, retires, as well as Meb, so catastrophic for his championship this race. Into the pits goes Nick from 2nd. Forza Alonso, of course, has taken the lead at this point. Into the pits goes Forza and McSendit. I decided to stay out and hope for some virtual safety cars or safety cars to save my race. Didn't happen. In fact, I fell back a lot. That gamble did not pay off. At that point, I was just hoping to try and catch up, which I did with the fastest lap, which was not beaten. At least there's that. Then I was hoping for some safety cars. There were some retirements, including KWP there. Then there was a braking marker that was missing. The board had been taken out, the foam board, and I completely missed the braking zone. A couple of other drivers were affected by that as well. Not the ones who run a racing line and use that as the braking marker. Further retirements, Merv going out, still no safety car. But ultimate lap now with Court Nick. He's on older tyres than I was, by about 3 laps I think. So perhaps there's a chance at a podium here. It's very difficult to get past, I didn't want to risk anything, and of course there's no DRS in these conditions. He is though struggling, and you can see the difficulty he's having under traction here. Big wobble there. Still not enough space for me to get around safely. In fact, I went a little bit too deep under brakes there and knocked a bit of my wing off, and that would really see the end of my challenge, because that damage just meant I had lost the pace I needed to try and at least challenge him. So the winner is Forza, and he takes the championship lead, commandingly at least over me, McSendit and Dahi on the podium. See you guys next time in the penultimate round in Australia.